news starts right now.
The Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas, the signs, the flags all over the Capitol today, including Chiefs CEO Clark Hunt all to announce a domed stadium in Wyandotte County in 2031.
Kansas is not a flyover state. We are a touchdown state.
The largest economic win in Kansas history.
In my heart, I hope that we don't lose any support from the Missouri side.
I hope this team has made you proud, and I hope you are as excited as we are.
Welcome to Kansas!
Welcome to Kansas. Good evening, I'm Melissa Jackson. The Kansas City Chiefs plan to build a new dome stadium near the Legends by the 2031 season. The team will also build a headquarters and training facility in Olathe. Both sites will include entertainment, dining, shopping, and hotel space. The project will be 40% privately funded. The rest in orange there will be public funding through the state's STAR bonds. As a voice for everyone, we're amplifying the voices of fans, players, and local leaders about today's news. We have live team coverage from Topeka where all this was announced. We start with co-anchor Kevin Holmes. Kevin, you guys have been out there all day and you were in the room for the announcement. What was the energy like in there?
Well, Alyssa, I have to mention right now the state capitol is lit in red. When my photographer Chase and I arrived on scene, we can see a lot of the state buildings adorned in Chiefs flags. Inside, you can see several Chiefs red and yellow balloons around here and flags here as well. And this building behind me, this room behind me, I should say, every seat was packed. It was standing room only, and when Kansas leaders and Chiefs leaders made their way to the podium, there was a round of applause, almost like a touchdown was scored right here as they announced that the Chiefs are coming to the state of Kansas. When Clark Hunt, the CEO and president of the Chiefs, talked about making the decision, he said it came down to pretty much three things. One was the timeline. They have just about 5 years to build this new stadium. As you know, the lease expires after the 2030 season over at the Truman Sports Complex. The second thing was the ability to host things like a Super Bowl, a Final Four, and major concerts there, and creating a state-of-the-art facility for generations to come. Clark Hunt talking about several of the venues. You know, the Chiefs started as the Dallas Texans. They played in the Cotton Bowl, then Municipal once they moved to Kansas City, and Arrowhead, winning stadiums, winning championships at all venues, and he says he hopes to do so in this newest facility. KSHB 41 reporter Charlie Keegan sat down with Clark Hunt for an exclusive one-on-one. Charlie, you've covered this for years now, and you have received several questions today as you made that mark for the community. Tell us what you've learned when you talked to Hunt and some of the questions that you've received from members of the community.
Let's get to those questions, Kevin. One person asked me, where in Olathe is this new headquarters and training facility going to go? Well, Clark Hunt and the Chiefs tell me that they have a site picked out in Olathe, but they're not announcing it today. They're saving that to make it kind of its own special announcement. And that really kind of got me thinking there's still a lot about this project that we don't know, even after today's announcement inside this building. We don't know exactly where the stadium's going to go. The Chiefs tell me it'll be in the Village West, area out near the Legends and the Speedway, but they haven't nailed down an exact site out there. We also don't know where this Star Bond district will spread. Early indication says that the state might redirect sales tax money from Wyandotte County, Shawnee, Lenexa, and Olathe that help pay for this project, but we are still waiting on those specifics. And then, there's a lot still to be figured out as we go through this. So when I sat down one-on-one with Clark Hunt, we talked about what the next 5 years will look like. Here's his answer.
I think it's going to be a busy 5 years for us because we have so much work to do on the design and construction front. And I think it'll also be an opportunity for us to celebrate Arrowhead. It truly is a special place, and I think we all need to enjoy it over the next 5 years.
I know a lot of fans will be enjoying that over the next 5 years. Some things that we did learn is that this total project will be about $3.3 billion, with the Hunt family putting up 40% of that. So you're looking at about $1.3 billion that the Hunt family and Chiefs are paying for this long-term project. And I expect to get a lot more questions, Kevin, but I hope to get a whole lot more answers, too, from the folks who were in this room with us earlier today. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Charlie, thanks so much for your reporting. I know you'll stay on top of this. Speaking of questions and concerns, many of you expressed concerns about the legacy of Arrowhead, mainly being the loudest stadium on the planet, especially when it comes to the NFL and tailgating. Well, today, many fans we talked with, they still remain optimistic when it comes to that.
The spirit will continue. You know, it went from, and I described the old stadium, Municipal Stadium, had so much more of a homey feel to it than Arrowhead at first, but look what Arrowhead developed into, you know. I can't imagine that moving to a new stadium is going to do anything that negative, but hopefully broaden the horizons to even more positive things.
But still, a lot of questions remain about what's next, especially when we talk to some of those dedicated fans, some of those long-time season ticket holders. KSHB 41 reporter Megan Abundis sat down with a longtime fan, dedicated season ticket holder, and talked to them about what's next.
In between Lamar Hunt's statue are hundreds and hundreds of bricks etched with names, memories, wishes. These families forever cemented at Arrowhead.
The Missouri State Seal flying high. It's always been a welcome to Chiefs Kingdom. Since day one, win, lose, or tie, fans for life are made here. Generations of them.
We always go and we kiss my brick. Hopefully it brings us good luck.
That's the late Gary Friedman. He passed last year. His legacy cemented in history. A Chiefs season ticket holder since 1963. What started as one season ticket that he bought as a 15-year-old turned into more than 20 tickets for the whole family. His son, Bradley Friedman.
It really has become a family tradition to be able to go to the games.
He and his son Emmett watched a new moment in history.
First pro team in Kansas. Look, I can't control where they're going to go, but we can control being together as a family, having fun traditions, and that's what Chiefs games are about for us, is doing it as a family, having fun together.
What hasn't been questioned before, loyalty of Chiefs fans and the great memories and promises made here. Still, questions remain, like how long fans will hold on to those season tickets.
Will there be tailgating? What's the parking going to look like? How much will it cost to go to a game?
I just want my kids and their kids to really enjoy Arrowhead like I have.
Isn't that crazy? They're going to move out of Arrowhead.
Are they going to name this Arrowhead again?
That's a good question.
What stands? A chance to build more memories.
Whether they play in Kansas City, Missouri, whether they play in Kansas City, Kansas, we're going to have to find a way to keep those traditions alive.
Megan Abundis, KSHB 41 News.
Still so many questions. Clark Hunt tells me he will cherish the remaining years at Arrowhead, and he hopes fans will do the same. Right now, team leaders say there are no renderings of this new stadium, and Hunt says they're working to hire an architect. Remember, they have a 5-year timeline. We're talking 2031. Royal CEO John Sherman congratulated the Chiefs in a statement today. In fact, I'm going to read part of it to you. Though a few more miles may separate us in the future, let's continue our work as we build a world-class championship sports legacy for the Kansas City region. Remember, the Royals, their lease too expires around the same time at the Truman Sports Complex, and their future still remains up in the air. We are reporting live from Topeka tonight. Kevin Holmes, KSHB 41 News.
Something to keep an eye on. Thank you, Kevin.